Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's March the 8th, 2024, and yeah, my location is a little different today. I'm actually in Montreal visiting my daughter Dea, and so I left Moncton on Wednesday after I finished work, and I drove up here, which was a 9-hour drive, but I left on Wednesday because Thursday Moncton was getting snow. Well, I made it out in time. Snow is there behind me. We'll see what I drive back into later on after my visit is done. Well, hopefully got a chance yesterday to get a sneak peek at what we've been doing here in Montreal. I went and visited the university that I started my education at McGill University. We also toured around the city, hiked up Mount Royal, and went to Chinatown and did a bunch of other things. We are going to continue to do those things throughout the weekend. So stay tuned for other videos. Now, I didn't want to go a whole week without putting out my Friday video. So what I did do was I took the mail that I received Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and brought it with me so I could show you it today. So if you'd sent me something on Thursday and Friday and I haven't had a chance to pick it up, it will be in next Friday's video. I will get it when I return back home. But that being said, I still get lovely things in the first 3 days of the week. So I'm going to share them with you. And the first couple are official ones from Postcrossing, and then the rest are direct swaps or surprises that showed up in the mail. If you're finding my channel for the first time, thanks very much. And make sure you like, subscribe, leave positive comments, and share with other people. And don't forget to put the notification bell on because I do live videos and don't want you to miss out on anything. All right, the first card I have actually comes from Canada. I don't get them very often, so I'm really excited when they do come in. This comes from British Columbia, and this is the one of the border crossings that cross over. And this card comes from Bernice. There is the stamp. The interesting thing about the stamp, she put the stamp on the plastic sleeve, so when I take the plastic sleeve off the postcard, the stamp stays on this. So it never got canceled. It is a brand new stamp. She says she lives in a region. She lives in Golden, British Columbia, so she's surrounded by the mountains. And so she's got national parks and all sorts of beautiful things all around her. So thank you so much for that. And great card, Bernice. All right, the next envelope, because it is an envelope, is this one here. It comes from Finland. Hopefully you can see the stamps all right. I can tell you my daughter's building where she lives has a kind of a meeting room downstairs. So that's where I've located myself because everybody else is sleeping. So I thought maybe I would just duck out and find someplace quiet that I could go and shoot today's video. So we've got this Moomin envelope and some nice stamps. This one here with the rabbits, I haven't seen that one before. So it's a beautiful stamp she's added on there. And then inside the envelope, we have a great U2 card. It wasn't that long ago that I had another U2 card coming through, and so I'm happy to have this one as well. So a tour card. Now this card comes from, let me get this right here, try to Sinikka. She sends that. She says, greetings from Helsinki, Finland. My name is Sinikka. I checked your YouTube channel. It was fun. U2 also happens to be her favorite band, so he chose this card for me. I love reading, gardens, nature, playing board games, Pokemon Go, knitting, and listening to classical music, but I also like pop rock of the 80s and 90s. And then she has added in some F1 stickers. We are going to try to do a little bit of F1 while we are here. The Montreal Grand Prix, of course, is in town, so we're going to try to go out to the track, so you may stay tuned and see. Maybe we'll get some footage from the F1 area. So thank you, Sinikka, for that. She also included a few postage stamps. So I haven't opened them to look at them yet, but let's do that right now. They look like some of them may be on paper. Let's just dump them out here on the desk in front of me. I do apologize, it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm getting caught up in the tape. Let's tape the envelope down. All right, here we go. So we have, I think this is a better way to show these stamps. If there's more, I probably would have saved them for another video, but because I've only got 3 days worth of mail, hey, let's show them today, right now. There's some nice ones here. I've seen a few of them before, but not all of them. I really like that there are generally more modern stamps. My father's collection has a lot of older things, so I relish when I get the opportunity to get some more newer stamps that would fill in some gaps. I'm fortunate enough to have pen pals like Media who sends me stamps. Okay, of course, this one, shape stamp, great. As well as this one here goes a little outside the box, but a nice collection. So thank you very much, Seneca, for the envelope and the stamps that were in it. I appreciate it a lot. All right, let's get to some of my friend mail swaps. This first one comes from Lewis, who's in Spain and was in Florida way back at the start of February. So this card took over a month to get from Florida to me. I am not sure why mail is taking so long in some instances to get from the United States to Canada, but Lewis was there visiting his family, so he sent me a card while he was there. And there's the forever stamp on the back. Another card arrived from the United States. This one comes from Amber in Missouri. This is a meetup that she was at. And so there's the official meetup card. She says she forgot to put her stamp on the back of the meetup, but no worries. She put all the other ones. Got a good attendance at this, and the forever stamp there as well. So thank you, Amber, for that. And I must say, I did get a few cards this week too that had people's famous encounters, which was my question for February. I went and talked about those last week, but I had a few more come through. So tomorrow at the live stream, I will show you those cards as well. The reason I brought up there is because Amber was one of the ones that sent it to me. The next one is this card, and this comes from Zach, who's in Illinois. He said he's been doing a stadium series, so he's been taking pictures and turning them into postcards. So this was from one of the games when he went to see the Detroit Tigers. And there's the forever stamp. So thank you, Zach, for that. Then we get into this beautiful card from Japan, but through Kathy in Ontario. Her daughter and boyfriend went to Japan and picked up some postage cards while they were there. They were in Kyoto and Tokyo. She sounds like they did my dream trip. That is what my wife and I would love to do at one point in time. So one day, hopefully we will. There's the floral stamp that she put on it. So thank you so much, Kathy, for that. All right, then we got a few envelopes showed up this week. Where should we start? All right, right here. This comes from Renee Lewis in Arkansas. If you're not following Renee Lewis on YouTube, you definitely should. She is fantastic, and she's also part of the Unicorn Gang. She sent me this card. Soapbox racer, an early start to karting and getting into Formula One racing, which is what she says on the back, is that this isn't quite Formula One racing, but I'm sure professional racers did a lot of this as children. I'm sure they did too. She said there was a festival a few weeks back and a little girl was selling bookmarks that she made. So she bought a few and sent them off to support her. And she's getting ready to go on a trip. She's actually on that vacation trip now, so hopefully it's going well. But this is said bookmark. We have some llamas, and there's the little tag at the top. This bookmark I may actually give to my daughter, because I know that she does a lot of reading, and you gotta hold a place sometimes for it, so I'm gonna do that. The next thing that she sent, she said this, scratch off. I wasn't quite sure what it was at first. So it's a sticker, and it's a dolphin, and you can see, you can scratch off the black, and she puts scratch off in fun pattern. So I can figure out in the future how to scratch it off. I'm gonna have to get a coin though, because my fingernail on this, the feeling, it does not feel good for me. I don't like that sensation of scratching with my fingernail. So I will find a coin at some point later on and scratch it off and see. I don't know if it's all just that yellowy green underneath, or if there's a bunch of different colors, or you just scratch off different patterns in it. I guess is probably the fun way of doing it. So thank you, Renee, for that. The next envelope is this envelope. It comes from Michelle in England. And there are the stamps. And it's a weather forecasting envelope. I guess they did have some recent stamp issues that were weather forecasting related. Let me just pull out the contents of the envelope. How about this one? Bang! F. You use that letter however you want, but on the back she said F is for February. Not my favorite month, but to be honest, but it means that spring is just around the corner. Yeah, and I thought spring was almost here, or was here, because all our snow was melted and the temperatures had been very mild, but then bang, winter says, I'm not done with you yet, and gives us a snowstorm. So luckily here in Montreal, there's hardly any snow anywhere. Up when we did Mount Royal, there was a few bits of it. Then she also put in this postcard, beautiful sights. Says, I know you don't drink alcohol, but this came with some beers that her husband got for Christmas. I thought you might like. Questions on it. So why she's saying that is, one, she included a coaster, and on the back it says, did you know in 1814 London suffered the Great Beer Flood when about 388,000 gallons of beer flooded the streets around Tottenham Court Road after vats in a brewery ruptured? I did not know that. So 1814, the streets were awash with beer. So I didn't know that. She also included some stamps. I get them the right way around. We're gonna do it this way for these ones. A couple dogs. This one I thought was the most interesting though. Can you see how it is cut? So it is miscut. This part is the top of the stamp. You can see it's been cut off here as well. So the sheet has been cut. Yeah, that's a keeper for sure, those misprints. Then she talked about this. We have beer, Britannia, and a bunch of different facts about beer. Any of you into watching Wrexham FC football, or the special that's on TV about it too, because of the Canadian Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney buying Wrexham FC a couple of years ago. It's been quite popular now. Well, on here it says, Wrexham has been home to a large brewery since 1882. It was founded by two Germans who missed the taste of their homeland. And there are a number of other facts that go all around here and point to where they are in Great Britain. So lots of great things there. Like the earliest known building on the site of Downing Street was a brewery. So where the Prime Minister now abides, there was a brewery there at one point in time on that street, not necessarily his house. So the winner of the UK wife carrying race held annually in Surrey receives a barrel of beer from the local brewery as a prize. Wife carrying race. I have seen clips of this, very odd, but yeah, different traditions everywhere. And then also, there are a bunch of trivia questions in here. I'm going to go through a couple. I won't go through all of them because there's 20 of them here. But it's a good way to get some of the these things out. Okay, how about number 6? Shark Tank in the US version of which long-running BBC TV series? Shark Tank is the US version of which long-running BBC TV series? So what did they copy it after? It was called Dragon's Den in the UK. I think it's Dragon's Den here as well in Canada. We usually copy England as well in some of our television shows. How about, how many pints are there in a standard 9-gallon beer cask? You guys know? How many pints are there in a standard 9-gallon beer cask? The answer, 72. 72 pints. Well, okay. Let's do another one. How about which long-running TV drama was set in Sun Hill? You guys into TV dramas? What question was that? So number 12, The Bill. I've never heard of it. All right, how about one more here? How about The Clockwork Orange is a nickname for the underground system in which city? Clockwork Orange. Very disturbing movie. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, but it is. And the answer is Glasgow. So there you go. There are a few of the trivia questions that were included there. So thank you, Michelle, for the great trivia, the stamps, the cards, the information, and for generally just sharing it all. And some nice stamps on the front too. All right. Hold your horses now. Here is one from Kyler in Prince Edward Island. There is a Year of a Rat stamp. Too bad we didn't have Year of the Dragon this year, but yeah, we'll revel in some of the older ones. All right, Kyler. Kyler sent this postcard that he made. So Lynx Air helped out along the way. He says, hope you had a good trip to Montreal. Well, still on it, so it's going well. This package got to me a lot quicker than he thought it was going to get to me. Says, I thought it might be time to replenish your stock of blank themed postcards. I won't tell you because I'm going to show you here in a minute. And I'm sending some for you to pass along. I had printed these postcards for people who like airplanes, so these ones. And unfortunately, this airline has gone out of business, but he was lucky enough. He was going to be buying a ticket with it to go to Newfoundland this summer and decided not to, and thank goodness he didn't, because the airline has gone up, so belly up. Or maybe it should be this way, belly up. But luckily, he and his partner will do something else. All right, well, how are we going to do this? How about this postcard? I know Postcrossing is generally mostly women, for the most part. Now, in some areas, I know I'm wrong about that, but there are lots of postcards with female images on it, not a lot with male images, so let's be equal opportunists, and thanks to Kyler, I now have some more cards that I can send off that maybe some other people will enjoy as well. And it doesn't just have to be women, I know that. Here's a underwear model. And for people that just like to eat healthy. So thanks so much, Kyler. I always get a great kick out of the things you send, whether they're stamps, whether they're postcards from your travels, whether they're postcards that you've created. I appreciate it. So thank you so much. And I'm sure many other people are going to appreciate them as well. All right, two left. I have this one. This one comes from Monty in Saskatchewan. We're not going to go through it today because there are stamps in it. So I will do a stamp video for early next week, probably on one of the days that I return back home. Tuesday possibly. And then this also came from, this one came from Alina in Ontario. So both came from Canada, but it is another one that has stamps in it. So we are going to leave that for another day as well. I think those are probably two separate videos, these two, because of the amount of stamps that are in it. I won't overcrowd the videos. So thank you so much to everybody who sent something in. I do apologize though if you had sent something in and it had arrived in my mailbox either Thursday or Friday, because I didn't have a chance to go and clear my P.O. box because I'm here in Montreal. So the next thing you have to be aware of is tomorrow I will be doing a live stream per normal. I'll do it from here in Montreal. And I am on not on Atlantic Standard Time right now. I am in the Eastern Standard Time. So my live stream, I think, will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So a little bit earlier than I normally would. That's 11 o'clock Atlantic normally. I like to go at 12, but at 12 o'clock, there is a Formula One race. So we're going to go at 10 o'clock Atlantic. Get this right, be in the right time zone. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is what time the live stream will be tomorrow. I will put something up as a reminder to let people know, and then we'll be done before the Formula One race starts. My daughter and her friends are big into that too, so there'll be some people over to watch it. So I don't want to interfere with what's going on with that. So tune in at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for the live stream. And there'll be some more videos that are going to pop up about my adventures here in Montreal. So you guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Bye.